Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Trucking for America video. Today is going to be a short video. I'm going over a cost analysis of Dr. Ellie Phillips' dental regimen that I started back in November of 2025. I went into my local Walmart, bought all the products. I'm going to show you how much she sells the whole kit for on her website. And then, like I said, each product, I put it in an Excel spreadsheet. And for me, the prices that you're going to see, I went off of our family of 3. So I'll have a unit price in here and I'll kind of go over about how much you use as one person. And so if you have, depending on how many people in your family, you can kind of gauge what it'll cost. And then this will probably be my last video on this dental regimen, guys, for a while. I'm going to do another update at the 6-month period and the 12th month period. And so if you really like these videos or want kind of more in-depth dental, specifically kind of the xylitol videos like that, I'm going to shout out her channel again, Low Key Life. I'm going to put it up here somewhere, and I'll put her channel in the description. She has a bunch of very good in-depth videos on, she makes her own xylitol granules, I think they're called. But even kind of getting down to exactly how she brushes. I don't think she uses the mouthwashes in Dr. Phillips's kit, but on her channel, and she does a great job, guys. Her videos are very high quality, and she doesn't say and ah like I do. You know, she's very particular and very specific, very clear in the information that she's providing. And so I would recommend, if you are into this kind of stuff and want to do some more research, she has a ton of videos on her channel about the dental, the regimen, and again, different information on the xylitol, gum massaging, you know, stuff like this. So definitely check her channel out, because this will be my last one. And this is the kind of stuff that I like to do, guys. If you've been on my channel, budgeting, stuff like that, I got an Excel spreadsheet for you that I'll be showing you, but this is kind of the stuff that I like to get into. And so with that, let me show you when I bought these products in Walmart. And so, and just going right through kind of the order that you use them in. Actually, first, let me do this. Let me show you her kit cost. So right on her website, and I'll put her website in the description again. And I'm not sponsored or anything, guys. These shout outs are just people that I recommend or things that I recommend. I don't get any kickbacks, or I'm not affiliated or anything like that. So you can take it to the bank. And her kit comes with everything that's in this picture. This is what it comes with: direction booklet, one of each of these products, and 2 of her own. These are her products. The mints, Zelly's mints or gum. She sells mint and gum, but these are the mints. And so $68 plus shipping. I think when I bought it, I've bought her kit once when I've initially started this journey. I think I paid about $12 in shipping, so it was about $80 for me. You'll see, you know, buying these on your own, it's probably a little bit cheaper. You can get this stuff on Amazon. I think I've reordered pretty much everything, or repurchased everything a couple of times now in the past. So it's been 3 months. On Amazon, I have her mints here. 1 tin of 250 mints is $15. On her website, I think you can get 4 tins for 50. So it would be 60 on Amazon if you're buying 40s. So that's the cost of that, which I have in my spreadsheet. And then yeah, just at Walmart, guys. So this is the first closest. This is the pre-wash, unflavored, and you got to get the exact ones that she has on her website. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, she goes through, she has a whole page describing, you know, why you want to stick to the very basic, you know, the ones that she describes. None of the aftermarket extra whatever. They got extra chemicals and whatnot. But so the pre-rinse, the Crest cavity protection toothpaste, the very basic. You can get the 1 or the 3. I got the 3. I do like at Walmart, guys, when you're buying stuff, they have kind of this price that's per ounce. That's pretty cool. So like when you look at this Crest Cavity Plus, and again, this is kind of why I like this stuff. I'm just a numbers guy like that. I used to do accounting. So the one one tube is 34.4 cents per ounce, but if you buy the 3, it's 29.1 cents per ounce. So this in the long run is cheaper, right, if you're using them. So that's why I got the 3-pack. But it's not always the case, right? You don't want to just assume, right? So I do like that they put it out there, and it's for a lot of the products. It's in the food products, stuff like that, if you're buying in bulk or multiple things. This afterwash, the Listerine, specifically the Cool Mint, and I don't know, I seen they had a couple. They have like the mild and then the heavy. The one that comes in her kit is just kind of the regular normal. It looks exactly like this. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I am following this to a T religiously. So I'm getting exactly the exact same product. Nothing. This has different wording and looks different. But I got the 2-pack of that, and then this is the second afterwash, the Act Anti-Cavity Mint, 0 alcohol. And then I got the smaller one here. So this is an example of, I probably should have bought the bigger one. It's cheaper per ounce. And then with this spreadsheet, guys, so I have the unit cost and then the monthly breakdown. When you see the dollar amount, again, keep in mind that is for my family, a size of 3. So if you're alone, or if it's just you and your spouse, or if you have many kids, right, you're going to have to kind of adjust. Also, so the toothbrushes, the toothbrushes are recommended from the gal on Low Key Life, her channel. These Guru Nanda toothbrushes, and they kind of fluctuate in price, guys. On Amazon, kind of the best deal you can get is about $1 per toothbrush. And what Dr. Ellie Phillips suggests is that you have one toothbrush for morning and one toothbrush for evening. So two toothbrushes per person. And if you have a healthy diet, a healthy microbiome in your mouth, so like a healthy diet, you can switch out your toothbrush like every other month, every 3 months, your toothbrushes. If you don't, our family, we're trying to fix our diet and get better. We're getting better with our diet and what we eat. She suggests kind of every month you want to replace your toothbrushes. And so for us, this is the family of 3, 540. That's 2 toothbrushes for each, one morning brush and one evening brush. So the pre-rinse, and then kind of if you are wondering, how much you use, so these 32 ounces, 33 ounces. So the smaller one, that light green, is 18 ounces. Typically we go through 2 of those in a month. I think on each container on the back, right, they tell you to fill the cap. So this is maybe where I kind of deviate a little bit, because just to try to be conservative, I don't fill the caps all the way to the top. You can kind of gauge off of that as well. I think each use is about a half of an ounce. So they tell you to fill the lid to the fill line or whatever. I think it's about half an ounce. And so if you're doing that twice a day, it would be 1 ounce per day. So one of these bottles is going to last a month. Well, for one person, sorry. But my wife and daughter aren't using the mouthwashes quite as much as I am. I am using them every day. The toothpaste, a tube of toothpaste, you kind of know, you don't go through them too very often. The Listerine, so the big packs, the 2-pack was 13, so I just divided it by 2, $6.50 for one. So I have unit costs here and monthly costs, right? And then the light green one, like I said, we go through about two of those per month, because we buy the smaller one. It's 18 ounces. And then the mints, guys, they're about $15 for the 250 mints. And Dr. Ellie recommends 6 to 10 grams of xylitol a day, which the mints are 1 gram per mint. And so what I did is 6 to 10, you take 8 a day. So for our family of 3, that's 24. So we go through 250 in 10 days. And so then for a month of 30 days, we'll need 3 of them. So that's where I got this 45. So our family of 3, this is kind of the big number that people are probably wondering about, right? About $80 a month, give or take, right? Like I said, depending on how much you use, and some of these rinses, the pre-rinse, this one's a bit more expensive. Again, kind of depending on how much you use. Like I said, I'm using them religiously. I'm following her regimen. My wife and daughter aren't using the rinses quite as much because of the fluoride, as I've mentioned in previous videos. And that low key life gal, she doesn't use the rinses at all. But like I said, she creates her own xylitol granules that she kind of mixes with toothpaste and a bunch of other stuff. You got to check out her channel to get all that info. So then I have a year cost here, right? $1,000 seems like a lot, but if you watch a previous video of mine, right, we start getting into crowns, root canals. Even with good insurance, 1 crown, 1 root canal, you're burning through $1,000 already with insurance. Okay, without, it's going to be way more. Like I said, last year my wife and I think we each got about 3 root canals and crowns, and we had about probably 8 to 10,000 of interest-free debt that we took on. We're pretty close to paying that off, but yeah, that, you know, when you compare it, $80 is not too much. And like I said, I think it really comes down to these rinses, kind of how much you're using. So again, I kind of stick really conservative. I don't fill up the lids. You're gonna go through those containers very quickly if you're filling to the fill line twice a day, and with multiple family members. So the cost could go up, but it can also go down if you're single or if you're not using as much. So yeah, that's the video, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Like I said, I won't have another video on any of this probably until about the 6 month and the 1 year mark. And I'll have pictures and updates as those videos come out. And so hope you enjoyed. Again, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. And as always, guys, God bless.